Hey, welcome back, Cozy Travelers. I hope you had a great week so far, and I hope you enjoyed the extra little video I uploaded last Sunday. It was a little bonus for the channel, but this video specifically I've had in mind. Instead of my 2024 pens, I had been thinking about this one, which was kind of just doing a walkthrough of like all my Hobonichi covers that I have up until this point. Just want to give a quick background of kind of my journey with Hobonichi. In 2020 during COVID, I was home from work because my job had closed down for a bit, and I didn't really have much to do. Like, I was drawing, I was painting, but I knew I wanted an outlet to be creative without having to be like in the mood to paint or draw, if that makes any sense. And I started watching the YouTuber Rainbowholic, who was doing kawaii journaling and stuff, and she mentioned using a Hobonichi, and I had no idea what that was. I wasn't really into journaling per se. I was kind of into the stuff, so I was into like gel pens and I was into washi tapes, but I never got into scrapbooking or anything like that. And so when I started watching her videos, I was like, oh, this is kind of what I want to do, which is daily journal or even like junk journal and kind of be aesthetic in the way that I want it to be. And so I was like, hey, let me look into this Hobonichi brand, and man, was that a life changer, because I've been using Hobonichi ever since. That first year I'd only bought a regular blank A6 and the pistachio cover with one of the cover on covers, and the effect that that's had after that, it was just kind of a snowball effect of collecting covers. I have about 17, all of which I'm going to show except for one, which I'm going to mention again later, but it's my A5 Mina Prahonen, the bunny cover that just came out, because I use that one for work, so that's the only one I'm not going to show. But everything else I have here, and it's just kind of really fun to have it be a time capsule of everything I've collected up to this point, similar to my pen video where it's kind of like this really fun kind of history and journey of where I've gone, where I started, where I've gone. The only difference with this one is that I'm gonna do it in the order that the covers release as opposed to when I got them, because a lot of these covers, I want to say like a handful of them are from before I even started collecting Hobonichi, so I don't really recall when I got them because I wasn't really keeping track of that. So I thought, oh, better to kind of show the journey of what I appreciated from Hobonichi and what kind of attracted me to buying their stuff. So let us start with the first cover, which was the Shinsei Yoshitake, A Perfect Day for Blankets, which came out in, actually let me bring you in a little bit so you can see it closer. Here we go. Came out in 2018. It's actually, funny enough, the cover I just recently finished using for my July to December of 2024 avec, and this one was a really cute moment of people kind of just picnicking. You have families, you have individuals, people with pets. This one I really identify with because I have a white little dog. Kids just having fun, people reading, sleeping, a grandparent right here. I love this cover. The Shinsuke Yoshitake covers, I really gravitated towards. They're just like really sweet moments. I have the Weeks cover as well as the other one with the pattern. I'm going to show that one after, or later on. And what I'm just going to do is kind of go through it and show some of them. I still have like what I have, how I had it set up. Especially this one because this is fresh. I just finished using it. And so this one came with a little card. And I always love keeping the cards in here. In the flap here, You have a guy who got a baseball in his food, his bento box. I know sometimes they have, yeah, they have like little things on the inside. I don't think there's anything else on these. I saw the checklist thing here. The tassels on this one are yellow and blue. And yeah, I definitely, at some point probably when I started Hobonichi, I really was trying not to dirty up my covers. But for me now, I don't really mind. Not that I try to get them dirty, but I know that they're definitely used and loved when I see moments like this where I'm like, yeah, that was probably my pen. Or yeah, I was probably drawing in this and got some on the loops. But yeah, that one's so cute. And I do have a cover and cover on 95% of my books. I have them all stored in a Michael's storage bin, and they're all kind of laid out flat next to each other. So nothing gets on them. I keep them all on a cover on cover. So next up is the Kyurei Suki Usagi cover. This one was a little difficult to find. A lot of the ones that I found that had come out previously before I had gotten into Hobonichi, I've been super lucky to find on the buy sell trade Facebook groups. Thankfully, a lot of sweet people are on there and kind of understand that people that miss out on covers really just want to purchase them to have them, not to kind of resell themselves. So fortunately, I got someone who was nice enough to sell me the cover at a reasonable price, because a lot of these people resell for astronomical prices, or if you're trying to order from like a Japanese site like Stationery Selection, it's probably like 2 to 3 times the price of the cover. And this one was one of those, but thankfully, again, like I found it at a decent price. But this one is the Suki Usagi. So this is a little bunny, and it's paired up with the cover I'm going to show next. But because I had gotten the other cover, I really wanted to have the pair of this one, this really cute kind of tan tone with the pink bunny, and the loops are blue. And then on the inside, you have the same little character. This one was a cute note from the person who sold it to me. This one also has a little saying on the inside. The little card that came with this one. And this was a sticker that came from the person, again, who sold it to me. So I kind of like to keep moments like that, or memories of certain books with little ephemera. And this one has these like really cute pale not pale, desaturated turquoise with pink pom-poms. So as I mentioned, this is the other Kyurei's cover, and this one was the Chikyu-chan, which was this really cute like globe, like world figure with this bunny, with the rubber ducky. Has a little butt here. And then this cover on cover has been through it. But what was really cool, and I kind of hope they come back with a lot of these, is that this cover on cover specifically came with this Hobonichi cover because it has the stars printed on it. And same thing. So this one came with a stain. This one I bought secondhand. But again, for me, moments like that, I'm okay with, because I know that they're loved. Of course, I wiped everything down that I could, but for getting it at pretty much the same buy price that somebody paid, I was really happy. Got there, and then they should have, yep, the same little saying in the inside. And this one and the Suki Usagi one were from 2019. This one came with its card. And again, what did I leave myself in here? Oh, so this is the 2022 little cat book. Sometimes I'll leave these in here and I'll forget about them, but they've kind of just become part of the book. And then I have a Yu Yu Hakusho card, probably that I got from like a tag from something. And because I really liked the colors that go with the book itself, I've kind of kept it in there. Yep. So this one was now a 2020 cover. This is the Karl Kapik Desenka cover, which was this really adorable dog. And this cover did not come with it, the A6. This one I got separately. Let me see if I can pull it off. There we go. But because it was the same character and it's an excerpt from the book itself, I just thought it paired really nicely with the book. And this one is really nice. I didn't really talk about the texture of the other ones. The A Perfect Day for a Picnic had more of like a nylon-y, more typical to the colored covers of Hobonichi. And then same for the Chikyu-chan, which was the globe head. And then the Suki Usagi, the bunny one, has more of like a silky satin vibe to it, whereas this one is very much a canvas material. And this one is again the card. You want to read that. And this super cute little yawning dog. This one's such a sweet one. A lot of the reasons I get Hobonichi covers is just because something about it just really speaks to me, and I have a dog, so having these like little dogs on the cover, and this one with the one on the person's shoe reminds me a lot of my dog. So this one's really sweet. I had this one for the longest time as my Hobonichi Papers book, so this was a lot of like just throwing this in my bag, note-taking, and then I had it for a little bit for kind of just doodling in. Hence, there's a little bit of paint on here. Okay. And then the tassel for this one is white with these like faux leather ends on them. Now this one has to be one of my coolest covers. This was the Hobonichi Wondervogel cover, which was this series of ones that looked like backpacks or sweaters. And this one was my favorite one. This one had like the JanSport kind of vibe to it and has this little thing you can put a keychain on. This is a functioning pocket. I don't really put a lot in there. And I have this really cool Berserk pin I have clipped to the front. You have the Hobonichi logo here. You have the little backpack strap here. You have an actual functioning back pocket here. And I don't really remember what I have in here because I haven't used this cover in a while. This one is one of the ones that I constantly am like, I want to really travel with this one because this is such a cool cover. I've yet to do that. I keep using it at home for like notes. And I really do try to cycle through my covers. But this one is one of the ones that I'm like so attached to that I don't want to damage it, but it's such a cool cover. It will make it outside one day. I promise myself that. Right now I don't really have a lot of stuff in it. I have a spare A6 book that I'm probably going to use in the future for my ink swatches, and an extra of the Keiko Shibata blank notebooks. This one is really cool because it has that back cover, and here I have an A6 folder. It has this pouch here, which has one of the 2024 little note card things. I love the Keiko Shibata one. Was one of my favorite ones that came out. Really wish they had come out with the cover, but they technically did because there was a bread cover that came out that year, but it was the spring release. Just a little care card. You got the pen loop here. This is really cool. The tassels on this are a navy blue to match the cover. You got your typical little end pieces. There is a pocket here. There are 2 pockets here, a deep pocket here, and then 1, 2, 3 more pockets, which are a lot more shallower. It stops here. This one stops here, and then this one goes pretty deep. And then I have a link click little acrylic card in here. And then the last pocket, which is another one right here. This one, I believe I got off of eBay. I remember paying a decent amount for this one, but I really wanted to have this really cool backpack cover. It's the only one that I have like this, and the other one that's really spoken to me since I started keeping up with Hobonichi. But yeah, it's super cool. So quickly mentioning, so the Wondervogel one, the backpack was released in 2020. This one now marks 2021, which was my first official year with Hobonichi, because I had started technically in April, probably around like May of 2020. So the original release I already missed, and I was waiting for now the books releasing for 2020 for the year of 2021. So this is one of the first covers I got. It wasn't the first cover, it's probably the second batch of covers I got, which was this is the Soda Dots. And this one I do currently use. This one is with my Jetstream RT in the 0.7, which is a really nice juicy ballpoint pen. I have this cute little keychain on it. I tend to love to do this. I love to add charms or keychains to the pencil loops. And you're gonna see I do this a lot too, which is I will pick a themed postcard to put on the cover if it's something that's just kind of either simply patterned or what is a color cover. And for this one, I picked from the anime Free Iwatobi Swim Club. It's got my favorite characters on it, -1. And it color-wise just really goes with the cool theme of it. There's nothing much in here because, so currently right now I'm using it for my Hobonichi papers, which is how I used to use my Desanka one. And this one has the blank papers for this one. And I have the 2024 little practice sheet in here, and one of the page holders, which I think it's the only one I have because I'm not that I'm not a huge fan of it, but I don't find it to be as useful because the band gets in the way. But for the papers, it's great because it'll let me go and then I could tear this out and then have that be used. Yep, so that's that one. The next one is the Cherry Sky cover with a postcard art from the artist Cathexis. And then on the other side I have really cute clamp cards. One from X 1999, and then 2 from Tokyo Babylon, because I really wanted to keep on that red theme. And then continue on with the same theme here. Cathexis' little business card. That's really cute. BL post card from this artist. And if anyone's read that, that's a good one too. Coyote. And then this one kept pretty much harmonious with the inside colors. And typically if I remember, I try to tuck these back in here when I'm not using the cover so that they don't get damaged. So this is the third cover I got in that second batch of covers. I was really kind of drawn to a lot of these blank ones. This one was called the Black and Pale Blue. And actually, funny enough, originally this didn't have, I just changed this one to this Mudazushi postcard, and it used to have this KNB one. So the basketball which Kuriko plays. Which I've spoken about these characters because one of my fountain pens that I have from Sailor was about this character. But now, that's why there's a lot of the motif of this show in here. Because that's what it was pretty much themed for the longest time. And I would change it up, but I really still love this because he really matches this cover perfectly. So it's a little bit of both. Alright, cool. We're still in the era of 2021, but this is the one that started it all. This was my first ever Hobonichi cover in the blue pistachio, along with the light cover, which is this really cute forest scene, almost like scratched artwork. And I really love these little foxes. And there's a bunny and a bird and squirrel. Hatuka. I don't know if that's the artist. I never actually looked into it as much as I did with a lot of the other covers. But this one I had this one tucked back here for the longest time. This is a cute cat card. I thought the artwork with this is gorgeous. Same with this one. And I just really loved how muted down this color was. It really, like, it was really appealing to my eyes. And so this one, starting it off, will always have a special place in my art, especially with this little otter. I had gotten this keychain from a friend from Japan, and then I bought a bunch of other ones. I have one literally right next to me. This little gotcha. But yeah, so every time I think of this one, I think of my very first Hobonichi attempts and just kind of figuring out how I really wanted to use it. And then the three I just showed were the ones I purchased after, because I was like, hey, I find myself really using this book and this setup. Let me see. And then I bought a bunch and was like, since I'm splitting it into the 2 years, I want to have 2 separate covers. But yep, such a pretty one. And I'm still obsessed with the color combination on this. So we're coming up on here on one of my top 3 covers. And this is the Taya Matsumoto My Manga and I cover. And I absolutely love this one because the creator of this is the one who did Tekken Concrete and Ping Pong. But I also love it because what he's reading is Blackjack, which is one of my favorite characters from Tezuka. So the creator of grandfather of manga, and it's just really cute in the details. Like, you see these little pins and patches on his cap, so that kind of created the motif that I wanted to do for this. So I added my own little patches there, and then on the back I added this other cute little shark one and the Jujutsu Kaisen sticker, so that kind of creates that same feel of these. And I have one back here. Again, love these little like embroidered patches. And funny enough, this is going to be my book for the second half of 2025. So that's why it's already kind of decorated. And I have one of these for all of my books. I love kind of coordinating the colors. So this kind of like brown and tan theme worked really well with this book. And when I'm not using it, I just kind of tuck it in here. But I have this little insects picture of these bears. I have his information. Again, Taya Matsumoto. And I have a pin back from Yu Yu Hakusho. This Sick Sick in the House sticker set, which is really cute. It's always these 2 guys. And then I got more of the Kuroko basketball stuff paired up with my Spy Family pencil board. And yeah, absolutely love this one. So excited to be using it for the second half. And this is one of those cases where I really was only eyeing one main cover for 2025. So this is an older cover that I was like, it falls in that same feel for the other cover. So I paired this one with that one. Right, we are powering through. We're Including this one, we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 7 covers away from the end of all my covers. So this one is my last 2021 cover, which was the Astro Boy schematic cover. And this one is one of those covers where the material is different. This is more of like, what would we call this? Like a plasticky finish. It has a really like high sheen finish. The website had said it recommended not putting a cover on this, and I had done that when I originally got it, but then I realized how dirty it would get, so I was like, I'd rather attempt to see if I could fit a cover on cover, and if it worked. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but I wanted to try it at least. And it did cover it, so I'm glad I kind of tested that out. But let me zoom in. You got the, as the cover is called, schematic, so it has like the blueprints. And then on the inside you have the Tezuka Productions logo with Astro Boy here. I like to use a lot of business cards as decorations for these because I don't typically put my washi cards in here. I have a whole separate container for those, so I like to usually put artwork in here, or if the book comes with the card, I like to put it in there as well. And this one is that bright blue, and it comes with the yellow tassel. So this one, I have a love-hate relationship with this cover. I've had this matched up with different things, and then I wasn't a huge fan of it, so then I was gonna sell it, and then they released this, the light and the distant cover on cover with the astrological like symbols on it, and constellations, that's what I was trying to think, with constellations in on it. And I thought I still think it's super cute with the color scheme. Like, I think that was a really perfect combination, but I have yet to use this cover. I've yet to sell a cover for mine, and I think I'm just too attached to part with any of them to be like, in my head, oh, I wish I had that cover now and not had sold it, then I've kept it. So this is one of those ones I'm going to still keep latched onto and see if I ever use it. But this one is super cute, like peachy pale inside. It's got the pink. It still has the papers with it. Yeah, because typically the tassels are held like this so that they don't get damaged. But maybe my goal for this year will try to find something to use this poor book with. This cover is my actual first Shinsuke Yoshitake cover. This one was called Adventure, and this one came out in 2022. The cover on cover did not come out that year. I think it came out 2 years prior, but they still had it available on the Hobonichi site when I bought this, so I had gotten it because it's the same artist, and I thought that it was kind of cute that it matched that cover. So realistically, I could put this one even matching with the picnic one, but I've kind of kept it with this one. And this one is one of those canvas material ones, and this one has like little moments. I believe this one had released stickers similar to it as well. Love this little kind of like Clementine mountain. And then on the inside there's a little baby. The one thing I will say with the canvas covers is that they really attract everything, like all the fuzz and hair. So that's the one thing about the canvas ones. So I would really, if you can get one, I recommend the cover on cover. In this one I have a little Melinta card paper that I had cut. A lot of paper in this one. Oh, a bunch of blank. It's coming in handy actually to put in the new one. Another one of those 2022 books. And then a little card reading about the artist. And then a care card. I don't know why I keep a lot of the care cards. They all pretty much seem the same thing. But but I find myself keeping these in here. Again, has a little baby on the inside there. Let's see closer. Yeah. This one has got to be my second favorite cover because the theming on this one was so perfect. It's definitely also been through it. Like, the cover is really nasty and I've tried to clean it with just a light wipe down, but it's kind of just stayed that kind of light dusting of dirt. But so this one was one of the first exclusive Hobonichi covers I purchased from Loft. The releasing of that year, which was for 2023, I only bought this cover. I wasn't really attracted to any of the other covers, so I ended up buying this one, where if you watched my last video, I kind of mentioned how I use Japan Rabbit to buy stuff from Japan if they're not shipping directly to the States. That was one of the first times I used it because I really wanted this cover. And so what I did is I would go onto the loft.co.jp site. You can pre-order through them, so that's a good thing. So what I would do is copy the link, put it into the site, tell them that the pre-order opens set date, and that I wanted this cover. And fortunately enough, they were able to snag it for me, which was awesome. And this is the Ponderobu Loft exclusive by Keiko Shibata, which is the reason I fell in love with Keiko Shibata stuff, because this little bread rat guy named Ponderobu is my favorite. I now have a bunch of stuff with him on it. I have stamps, I have stickers, I have post-it notes, I have a couple plushies. Can't think of anything else, but oh, I have bags. I have like reusable bags. When I went to Japan, I like kept looking for him because he's so like the children's book that she did about him is so funny. But the theme is bread, right? So when I found out that they had released these Jujutsu Kaisen cookie keychains, I knew that these had to be what I paired with this, because I have this like cute little bakery themed look with this. And then on the tassel, and I haven't done this again with any of the other books, but this, I really liked how this weighed this down, is I added the same series charm of Gojo onto the tassels, which the tassels are little breads. Oh, I love that. I love when the theme of the tassels works with the cover as well. And this one has a really cool printed inside. I think that's yes, it's just that color cover character. You have them in here. And then I continued on with the side pocket theme, whereas I got these Molinta cards that come with the blind boxes. Oh, there's another character in there I forgot about. And so I had that one, and the color scheme just kind of really worked with the book too, so kind of got those there. Anything else in here? Oh, this is a little thank you purchase card. But yeah, this is a really loved cover. Next one we have here is the Cherry Blossom cover from 2024. And this is one of the only covers I bought that year as well. And this one I paired because at the time I had gotten the All Saints Street anime Cherry Blossom art set, which came with postcards and bookmarks and a playmat, which I actually have on my work table. And so I put Nick, who's one of my favorite characters of the series, there, and then I put Demal on the back. And because I want to keep that theme, I have a keychain of him attached on the front. And so then on the inside, I have another one of those Molinta cards. This really cute Mr. Villain's Day Off, which if you haven't seen this anime, I highly recommend it. It's a really cute slice of life about this captain of this villain group, or aliens, I believe. And it's just showing his really mundane, simple days off from work where he doesn't want to be bothered by his co-workers, and he just wants to go to the zoo and look at pandas and eat snacks. And he keeps interacting with this universe's like Power Rangers who fight them, and how they interact on their days off where they're like, hey, I'm not on the clock, like don't talk to me about work. Super cute. Should watch it. A picture of my partner and I, another one of those Keiko Shibata card papers that came with Hobonichi. And yeah, so this one matched with that tan kind of yellowish brown inside. So this one was a cute one. This is what I used for my Vec last year. Loved how that kind of worked together with the cherry blossom. And then this was the next Keiko Shibata cover that I got. This one was the bread floating in the wind one with the cats on the breads that are floating in the wind. I loved this collection with the pencil boards. I think I got one for every single one, which was the Weeks A5, A6. And then this was the card that came with her cover, so I put that one in the back. And then this sticker was from my good friend Min, who is part of our journaling group. She made stickers, so this one was really cool. And then on the inside, they did something that they hadn't done with the tassels, or at least I hadn't noticed in my books, which was have these leather tassels and no end pieces, which I really thought was nice, because sometimes those pieces get damaged, or in my case, my cat chews them sometimes, so it was nice to not have that. I have a card from an artist I bought some stuff from, another artist, a Laban paperclip bookmark, and then again one of those care cards. But this one was, for the longest time, another one of my like watercolor books, which I just kind of doodled in. They're super cute. Awesome. Last two covers, and these were 2 of the 3 books that I got for 2025. And this one was the water candle cover, and honestly this was one of the covers I wasn't planning on buying at all. I really was just going to buy the one that I was going to show next as the only cover besides my A5. But I went to Anime NYC that summer in August, and I saw this print, and I got it because I had gotten other stuff from this artist. And in my brain I was like, why does this color scheme seem very familiar to me already? And it's because I had seen this cover in the colors editions, and I was like, oh man, like I think this would actually be really perfect. But the problem is that there was also a darker one, and I was like, oh, I don't know if it's this one or the other one that's going to be perfect, because there is that kind of the separation of how accurate the colors are on the website versus when you got them in person. So I just took a shot, and it ended up being really perfect. These oranges are pretty spot on to each other, and this kind of like periwinkly blue color, although not perfect to this blue, I just really like the vibe it has together. So, and I love tigers, so this was really perfect. Has that beautiful orange inside. I probably am going to find a tiger sticker and put it right there. I think this is really working with that vibe. The story with this, which was really sad, is a week after I got my covers in, I got fountain pen ink on the flap. And like I said, I'm not bothered usually by, you know, if a cover gets stuff on it, because that's showing that I used it. But a week into it, it's really kind of really stinks. But it is what it is. It's part of the cover now, and I think it took me a few days to get over it, because again, the same process of like, hey, at least you used the book. And so it's just kind of part of it now, and it's really cute. And I have this little it's actually a paper clip that we got in a set from Yoseka, and my partner gave me, and I thought it was really cute to kind of just have there. Okay, and the last one to finish it all off is the Masamune Kusano and Junaida Himitsu Stranger cover. This one was the top of my list for 2025's covers. I am using this right now for my December to June Avec book, and just put it up. I just love looking at this cover. I'm very much a maximalist, so I love when they pack stuff onto these covers. Hence why I really liked the Shinsuke Yoshitake covers with like the picnic and the patterns, and honestly the more on it the better sometimes. And this one spoke to me for that reason. Right now I have my Spy Family pencil, what do you call these? Stencil. And then I moved in the washi tape into here. And I already have it set up. And here I have my A5 blank notebook because I like to draw and doodle stuff. So not having that pressure of drawing directly into the book, I'll draw into here. And these are perforated, so I just rip them out of here. And I go through like 2 to 3 of these a year, so I always order more of them. I always have an ollie clip in my book so that when this gets really chunky, I can just clip this to this and it doesn't get lost. I have the inside here decorated with Jujutsu Kaisen. I got Choso, Yuji, the other characters, Megami, and yeah, the book's already starting to be used, which is great. And then in the back, if I had thought of it, I would have actually put the sticker in the water candle book, but a friend of mine gave me that and I really wanted to kind of have it in here. This is the card that came with the book. And then I have the 2025 booklet, which I really loved the Techo Man story with this. But yeah, that is my last book. Like I said, the other one I didn't talk about was the I'll put it up here on the screen, the Mina Perhonen Pumpia cover, which was the fabric-y black and white rabbit one. I really had contemplated getting the A6 one, but I use an A5 for work, so I was like, why get another one, where this one was really the one I wanted for this year, and then the water candle one ended up being kind of an afterthought. I was like, I really don't need 3 A6s. So I was like, I don't have an A5, and I'm like, if I'm going to spend that much money on another cover, I might as well use it on that one, because it's the only one I have, and I don't think I'm going to be purchasing any other A5. But yeah, that has been my full Hobonichi collection. In the editing of this video, I actually ordered another cover from the Atlas stationery site, actually, because they were having their winter clearance sale, so that meant 50% off on their Hobonichi covers. And I had been eyeing the Porter one. I'm putting up on the screen right now. I'd been eyeing this one, and also technically the Mina Perhonen A6 one that I also mentioned earlier in the video. That was my cover that I was eyeing, but I was like, let me get an A5 instead. Both of them are only for like about $80, and I was like, I really don't need both. And I really am happy just with the one Mina Perhonen cover, so I was like, I only have one other Porter cover, and that's the one for the weeks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this A6 one for my inking journal. I'm not sure if it's going to fit, but I know that it does fit into the Wandervogel cover, so maybe it'll work for this one. I'll keep you posted if it comes in before then. This literally just came in. I just unwrapped it, posted it on Instagram. And so remember, I wanted to use it for my home, and it does in fact hold it, which is perfect. Now this will house my inking journal. Like I said, I've been collecting for 4 years. I've been back purchasing ones that I missed out on, and I probably won't stop buying ones in the future, just because it's a collection. I really like collecting the covers. They're really gorgeous to look at. All of them have like a story to me, whether it be how I got them or how I use them and how I remember using them, and stuff like that. So we'll see what comes in the future year. But again, I don't force myself to buy one. If the covers don't speak to me, I'll just go back, and I know I have a good array of covers that I really love and will be glad to be used, a second or third or fourth time throughout the year. But yeah, like I said, there are like 1 to 2 covers that I have not used, and I need to kind of get around to forcing myself to find a reason to use them, so that they're just not sitting there. I like to at least have used them once, mostly twice. Any more than that, I'm really happy. But yeah, let me know in the comments, what was your favorite cover? Was there a cover that you didn't know about that you're kind of like, wow, that one's really cool? Do you have a cover that you're really attached to? Do you like having a lot of covers? Do you like having only one? I'm always fascinated in people's processes. Same thing with like the fountain pens. Like people who like only having a small amount, or you like, will have a lot. I don't think we should judge what people want to do with, you know, their collections and stuff. So I am always just kind of fascinated with people's process, as opposed to being like, oh man, you only have this amount of whatever it is. But yeah, let me know down in the comments. Also, hit the bell notification. I post every 2 weeks, and sometimes I'll throw it in a random extra video if somebody has a question. But besides that, have a great rest of the month. I'll see you towards the end of January already, which is crazy. And we'll talk then. Alrighty, bye.